think a guy flying you out for your second day is too soon, only dating for 1 month? Yes, my friends. You're going to his territory and you don't know what's going to happen in this territory. He invested 500 or 300 bucks on your flying, and then you're going to feel when you landed in his town that you got to give him something back. And something back, woman typically thinks that she needs to sleep with him. Absolutely no. If he's interested in you, he gotta fly to you, figure out which restaurants you like, and take you out. Because if you don't like him, you can go home and say, wonderful to meet you. But if you're in his town, you're now stuck. And what are you gonna do? And what if he takes you home? Now you feel like you definitely have to sleep with him. So no flying to anybody's hometown until you really got to know him. And please remember, I said that many times, I don't believe in long distance relationship. Find someone in town unless this person can fly, not for just weekends, but for a week, when you guys are all in exclusive relationship. Otherwise, it's really not a real relationship. If you want someone real, find them in town. Otherwise, it's a pretense because you don't know how to build relationship with local guys. So continue to seek. You are not committed to this guy until you have a ring. Once you have a ring, absolutely. He wants to go on a holiday together. He can take you on a holiday together. 6 months later, after you've gone through other stages in a relationship, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, way too soon. That's what we're talking about, exclusive relationship. After you've been seeing a guy in your town, you know where he lives, you know he doesn't have a wife or another girlfriend, and you're constantly talking on the phone, going on a date, and then 6-7 months later, when you both said exclusive, he wants to take you on vacation, then it's a different thing. But no, don't accept this kind of vacations in the first, second, third, or even fourth months. Way too soon, because it's gonna end up in sexual intimacy. And when you rush sexual intimacy, your relationship starts not with communication, trust, which is the greatest foundation in friendship, but it starts with sex. And then where would you go further? Because if you don't give the guy sexual intimacy, the cherry I call, then the guy is continuously interested to chase you, to get to know you. And most importantly, he's influenced to change the way you want him to change. Meaning, you want him to pay for lunches and dinners. And first of all, if he does 50-50, drop the guy from the get-go. Not a single guy deserves a chance if he is not willing to pay for your lunch and dinner when he is asking you for a date. This is a feminine guy, so you observe him. And once you do that, you understand, okay, he's a provider, he's protector, I can go on a second date, on the third date, on the fourth date. But then on the fifth date, you realize he is actually cursing and you don't like that. And you can gently say, you know what, I really like you. I appreciate you. You're a smart guy. You're very intelligent. I enjoy your conversation with you. And I truly enjoy how you protect me, how you open the door, how you pay for lunch and dinner. It speaks to me. But there's one thing. I wish you could stop cursing in front of me. That hurts my soul. And now, if this guy stopped cursing in front of you, that means he respects you and he is willing to change. But how is he motivated? Is because you're not giving him a cherry. He's still motivated. And so that's why it's so important to keep your legs closed, ladies. Don't rush into that. And if a guy is inviting you to vacation, you have to be so confident after 6 months. Continue not to sleep with him. And I'll tell you, 99% of the women who goes on vacation on first, second, or third months or date will definitely sleep with a guy. Don't accept expensive gifts, expensive vacations. These are not for your first stage of the relationship. You're just in a dating stage. No matter how much desperately you want to go on vacation, decline. Yeah. You got to make sure that this guy is worth it for you to go with him. And to know that he's worth it, you need to date him at least 6 months. And same thing for men. Don't invest into a woman. Don't take her to vacation if you know that she will be taking you for granted, that she will be a bad mother, bad wife down the road. Why investing into a woman that you don't see that she is a good potential partner for the future? That's why date slowly to understand who she is, what is her background. That's why, my friends, don't rush into sexual intimacy. That just hurts your down the road relationship and then marriage. Let him chase you so he can actually fall in love with you and start respecting you and then start loving you. He travels to me on our first day. He lives 2 hours away from me. Wonderful. And let him continue do that. A guy has to do 80% at least. Don't make it easy for him. Oh, let's meet halfway. If he's not driving to you, he's already feels like you're not worth to invest time, energy, and money into you. And that's how guys show their love. Sometimes they're not good in communication, but he's willing to put into time, energy, or money, or all three. And that's how a guy loves you. So I hope that helps. I would love to get a consultation with you. How do I do that? Thank you for a compliment. My friends, I don't do individual consultations anymore because right now I'm just fully investing time into my family, community. I have feminine spiritual meetings on Wednesday, every other Wednesday, and every 5 to 6 weeks on Saturday. So join my community so you can grow spiritually and in your feminine energy. But individual consultations, I don't do anymore. But thank you. It's a big compliment. I appreciate that. I love to work. I can't be at home without making money. Yes, my friends, this is the biggest problem in our modern days. A woman goes to work and wants to make her own money and become independent because in the background, either she was shaped by parents this way, but definitely also society. And third, she really doesn't have trust in men. And I understand we're living during the time where most of the women now are working. And that's how equality and radical feminism been programming society, both men and women, that woman should work, she should provide, she is capable of doing everything. But if a woman makes money, yes, she will be independent. Yes, she will have her own money and she can pay for everything. But a masculine man who is a provider and protector and a leader will not be interested in you. And so you'll pay a huge price by continuing to stay single and having all of this independence, money, and career going for you. Or you'll be attracting feminine men who will depend on you financially because they will be more in a feminine energy because you are in a masculine energy. And that's the way it works. How can you shed off masculinity is doing daily spiritual practice. If you're a beginner, just start doing affirmation. I wish everyone happiness in the morning for 5-10 minutes. If you're more advanced, then do meditation or a prayer. But without it, it's a biggest lie that you can become a feminine. No book, no coaching gonna make you feminine. And femininity means being kind, being loving, being of service to community, to your boyfriend, to your kids, to your husband, to your parents. And that comes from kindness and love inside. And where can we get this kindness and love? Only from above. And so the best thing you can do is start learning how to become truly feminine and spiritual. So you attract this provider and protector and masculine man. And even if you won't be able to attract 100% provider, he'll definitely have some qualities. And then you can start slowly influencing him. Because if you're going to be provider and protector as a woman, you're going to attract only feminine men. And feminine men don't like to work. Or if they work on a little job. They are not motivated to make more, to pay for things. They do 50-50 or they play video games and they live more kind of a woman style life. And so then a woman degrades this way and a man degrades this way. And we as a women responsible for the happiness in the relationship and family. And this is the toughest thing that women have hard time to accept. But ladies, men are good in making money and providing and protecting. But we women are good with connections, talking, influencing with our feminine energy. If you're making money, again, you're just gonna continue degrading into masculine energy and you're gonna attract men who will be just talkative, promising you things, but they would not make money to protect you and your future family. So the choice is yours if you want to make money, but know what it will cost you. Yeah, I've tried doing that, but he is not ready for that role. It's not gonna work right away. Nobody changes overnight. It takes time. It will take you a year, even longer, to become truly feminine. It will take you as a man a year and longer to become masculine. Because right now in a society, we have 90% masculine women and 90% feminine men. There's now rare to meet a truly feminine woman, a truly provider and protector man. I see that rare with men who are in their 40s and 50s. Millennials, forget about it, because they've been brainwashed and programmed with equality and radical feminism. And most of the women who are truly degraded is, again, I'm sorry to say, millennials, because they want to throw up when I say, you're lacking femininity. I can get everything. I can become independent. Sure you can, but what it will cost you? Nobody thinks about that. And there's always a cost. And by the way, even though I am not working, my friends, I am never sitting doing nothing. I'm never bored. Here I am. I'm not working, but I'm in front of you. I'm being a contribution to society. I have many groups where I educate and share my knowledge with women. So don't think if a woman doesn't work and doesn't make money that she is boring and she has nothing to do. Trust me, my friends, my day is pretty full. So you're not gonna be bored, but you will figure out your true purpose in life. And to find out your purpose, I highly recommend for watching my video on YouTube called What is My Purpose? It's one of my old videos, but it will help you to understand. Are you born to be a teacher, businessman, a leader, or a craftsman? And craftsman means a doctor, lawyers, athletes, artists, and etc. So I highly recommend for you to watch that. And again, for a woman, even if you understand your purpose, it doesn't mean that you have to become a businesswoman and work full time. A woman should not work more than 1 to 2 hours a day in order to continue preserve her feminine energy. Because a woman gotta preserve her femininity for herself and her family, then friends. And then if she has a little bit more, she can share it with the community and the world. But number one, her femininity and love is for her family. And if a man doesn't feel love from his wife or his girlfriend, sooner or later he's gonna start looking on the side. And women right now are all masculine, and men feel like they gotta compete with you. They gotta battle with you because you come home stressed after work, and so that's where a lot of tensions and problems comes in. So please think about it. I love and appreciate your advice. Help us as a woman. I am working on it, doing my best. Thank you. What to do if a man doesn't want to protect and provide? A man not would want to provide and protect if you're a masculine woman. If you go to work, if you make your own money, he thinks, why do I need to pay for bills if you're already working? Until you become feminine, consider it's not him. There's nothing wrong with him. It's you. Until you become feminine, he will have zero desire to provide and protect. So stop poking. There's problem with men. There's problem with men. We have to take responsibility. There's a problem with women. And women, until we become feminine, we're killing their masculinity. The way we're heading right now, most likely that if the war gonna start, women will even go to war and fight. Because the way men are right now, they're like, why should I go to war? Well, there's plenty of women. That's where we're heading. That's how degraded is society. We should stop this nonsense because men gotta do what men good at. And we gotta do what we're good at. Women are born to nurture family, to nurture kids, to give love, and to preserve this kindness, love, compassion to ourselves and our family, and not go and give it right and left to work. Because when we are at work, we do that. And when we come home, we're depleted and exhausted. And who wants stressed, depleted, exhausted wife or girlfriend every day? In the long run, no man gonna sustain that. And that's why they're loud and clear. They're screaming and yelling, what's wrong with modern women? And I can relate to them because I see modern masculine women. My son goes to school and he complains every day, Mom, teacher screaming and yelling every day. And that's not normal, my friends, because woman doesn't belong in a workplace 40 hours a week. Let's be honest. And I understand that you won't be able to quit job right away, and you shouldn't, but you should start decreasing and working in investing into spiritual education, where you're going to start feeling what is the true purpose of life? What is the meaning of life? Why are you even here? And what makes you happy? But the happiness is, again, not what you think in material things, how many bags and shoes I can buy, how nicer car I can get to compete with my girlfriends and other people. It's ridiculous, my friends. The happiness for a woman is in a relationship. But all of the society, movie, music, books and magazines is trying to tell you, no, it's in the clothes you wear, in the diamonds and earrings and cars and homes you have. My friends, I was making a really good income. It didn't make me happy. It made me stressed, anxious, and even depressed at times because I was overworking myself, even though I was working only 2 hours a day. So please think about it. Yeah.